Over the years we've caught thousands of GTs at Alphonse, and the key to catching these fish is having tackle, which obviously stands the test. And the most important link between your reel and the fish is obviously the joints between the fly line and the leader, or the fly line and the backing. And we believe that the strongest way to do this is by using a braided loop. And what we use is we use Cortland wax braided running line, which is a hollow braided running line. And what we do is we make our own loops. The reason for doing this is because they are doubled over, there's no glue involved. We use nail knots to cinch them on. And what that does is it makes the connection much stronger, because all the pressure is applied along the fly line, which is inside the braided loop and not at the actual knot point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we make these braided loops. Available tool for doing these loops is doubling over a piece of piano wire and making one of these tools. So basically it helps you thread it up. It also helps you with the knots. To start the loop, you take a piece of this wax braid, you cut it off, and what you're going to do is you're going to double it over to see exactly the length of the braided loop. What we do is we take the braided loop tool, we start threading it inside. You thread it exactly halfway up, maybe a little less. And what we do is once it's all the way up, make sure it's exactly where we want it to be, we pull it out. And what we do is we take the tag end, push the tag in through the braided loop tool. So in a sense we want to pull that through into the hollow portion of this. And the key to doing this is you twist it. Now what the twisting does, it prevents you from kinking the end. To make it easier for yourself, what I do is I use a hook which has a pushed bar. I insert it through the loop, the top, and that allows me to pull the top braid off the inner braid, and that makes it easier to thread the fly line into the braided loop. Now when doing this, you need to make sure that you get the fly line all the way up to the loop at the front of the line. As you can see, it goes in quite easily. Once you reach the top, it's as simple as pulling over the top layer all the way down, opening up the loop slightly to adjust the size of it. Take the hook out. And then you can see the braided loop. Right. You can see the fly line goes all the way to the top. Now that's very important, because what happens when we put the nail knots at the base of this, it allows us to apply all the stretch and all the pressure to this area of the braided loop versus having all the pressure on the point. The best way to attach this braided loop to the fly line is by using nail knots. And we use an 8-turn nail knot. It's very simply done using the same tool. A piece of 50-pound braided line. You can also use monofilament, 20-pound or 30-pound monofilament. I use the braid because it allows me to cinch it much harder. I can pull a lot more pressure, which will bite into the fly line, which will keep the braided loop on. Now you can see the nail knot's in position. It's not cinched down yet. I haven't pulled it down. So what I can still do is I can still move it and place it exactly where I'd like it to be. So I'm going to slide it a bit back. Use my fingers, wrap it in that braid, and pull it down really hard. Now it's firmly in place. So what I do to make it easier to put the second knot on, I'm going to trim everything back. Once I've trimmed this nail knot down nicely and make sure that it goes through the eyes nice and smoothly, I'm going to pull the braid a little bit just to make sure that it seats properly onto the fly line. And once that's done, I'm going to use the nail knot tool. I'm going to do an 8-turn nail knot as before. you're going to position it, cinch it down, nice and tight, trim it off. There you have it, a braided loop that's strong enough to pull any GT. 50-pound waxed braided running line made by Corbin.